Hey guys, it's Marshall from Going Gear, and today we're going to take a look at a couple of new lights from Spark. We've got the SD6 500CW and the SD6 460NW. Pretty much the same light, cool white tint on this one, neutral white tint on this one, and you'll see a little bit better idea of how those look compared to each other when we go outside if you're not familiar with the different tints. So we'll open it up and show you what you get on the inside. You have your user manual there. You have some accessories here, pretty cool accessories. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and pull this piece out. I'll tell you what it is here in just a second, but there you can see the spare O-rings. You have the head strap down there in the box, so if you want to use this as a headlamp you can do that. You have a top strap, nice sturdy, really comfortable strap, and the way to insert it is you just take the light and slide it through both rings, and then you can use that as a headlamp. But that's kind of unwieldy for a review, so we're going to leave the head strap in there and we're going to take just the light. So this little accessory piece that right here, what it does is it actually screws onto the end and it turns this into a magnet. And we'll see if I can find a piece of metal around here. There we go. So anything that a normal magnet will stick to, you can see you can attach the headlamp to. So if you're doing car repair or anything like that, super useful feature. You slap it on the underside of the car, or the car hood, or wherever, and you have a nice, really bright, floody light. So nice feature. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to, but it is in the box, at least in the version that we sell. Alright, the other one, same kind of stuff in there. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and pull out the light. If I can get the box apart. Hand-eye coordination not working all that great today. Alright, so there's the light. Same kind of stuff like I said. Close the box back up, stick that to the side, and as you can see, the lights themselves are going to be identical other than the LED. So neutral white LED is going to give you a little bit better color rendering, but it's going to not give you quite the same output, hence the lower numbers. That's the output. You've got the 500 lumens and the 460 lumens on the neutral. But really nice anodizing and machining like you see with any of the Spark lights. This one's a little bit beefier as far as the width compared to the other ones, but we'll show you why here in just a second. Nice sturdy pocket clip. If you want to use that, you have that attached, and as you can see, it's removable if you do want to remove it. So we'll use the 500CW. We're going to stick a battery in there, show you the operation of it and everything. Kind of an interesting battery tube. You can see really wide body on this, so you have a lot of heat sinking here, just to be able to handle the extra output and the heat that XML LED is putting in there. So it's going to be able to handle heat pretty well, but it'll take either an 18650 or two 123s. So we've got an 18650, put the positive end in first, put the tail cap back on. I'll show you how this thing works. So if you notice down in there, this thing actually does not have a reflector. So no reflector, you just have anodized aluminum around the LED, and then the lens, of course. Not going to be a thrower for sure. This is going to be a very floody light. I find that extremely useful. It's just going to light up everything in front of you, which is what I personally prefer out of a headlamp. So the operation of it, if you tap the switch, you see it'll come on, and then press and hold, and it'll cycle through your different outputs. So you have 4 different outputs in your regular illumination mode, and then to get to the turbo mode, the highest output, double click from any of those modes and it'll go into the highest output. So even if you have it in the lowest mode, we'll cycle down to the lowest mode, and if you see a mode that you like, just release. I forgot to mention that, and it'll stay in that one. And then from any mode, again, double click and you have the turbo mode, the highest output. Same output with the 460NW. We'll go ahead and throw a battery in there just to show you. So got an 18650, again positive goes down. Put the tail cap back on and then show you the operation. So press and hold, cycle between the different outputs, double click to go into the max output. Alright, same operation on both of those. We're going to go ahead and take both of these outside and we'll show them to you side by side just so you can get an idea of how they perform outside and the difference in the tint between the two. So let's go ahead and go do that. Got the two Sparks, got the big 40 mag light that I always use. Let's go ahead and try the mag light. Bush 15 feet, tree out there at 100 feet. And let's try out the Sparks. forget which one is which. Let me turn on my headlamp. Alright, first off we have the 500CW. So we'll cycle up. There you can see it kind of cycling through the different outputs. And this is something that you definitely need to remember with these lights. These are definitely floodlights. They're going to light up everything in front of you, not going to do distances really well. That's actually the high output. There's the turbo, there's the max output. We'll zoom in on that tree. You can see 100 feet away doesn't do all that great. With my eyes, I can see stuff out there okay, but I really like these because everything for probably 60-70 feet in front of me is just lit up extremely well. I mean, everything except for my peripheral vision I can see, and it's lit up really well. I personally find that a lot more useful for a headlamp, but it's definitely a personal preference kind of thing. Depends on what you're going to be using them for. So that's the CW. Let's try the outdoor white one, the neutral one, and there you can see a little bit of idea of the difference of the tint. I do these side by side, but since they're mostly floody beams, they would just wash each other out, so just rewind if you want to see the difference. But you can see a little bit lower output. We'll zoom in on that tree. Still doesn't go out to 100 feet all that great. Does okay, but again, 50, 60, 70 feet does really well. Just lights up everything that I can see in front of me, which for a headlamp is great. And for up close tasks, it's really nice too, because you don't get the tunnel vision that you get with the more concentrated lights. So there you go. Those are the Spark headlamps. Those are the new SD series. If you like them, you can get them from us at goinggear.com. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe. We put out a lot of flashlight videos. And if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us in the comments or at goinggear.com.